Fire signs, I'm hearing that song Good Morning by Kanye West. You could be dealing with an air sign, more specifically a Gemini, or you're friends with one. Maybe you feel like you've been defeated when it comes to this person. This person got you in your head somehow. They got you to believe something about someone else, and now you're juggling. I'm also hearing that, bitch, what the fuck, bitch, what the fuck, bitch, what the fuck. What's going on for fire signs? Alright, so you're deciding to make new plans. You're deciding like, okay, well, if I have to move along, something has to progress, or if I need to take action, I'm going to do so. It's like you're no longer holding yourself back. You also could have been supporting some type of plan if this is not you making some plans now. Where are you at? What's your energy? Okay, you're feeling good. Something about the daytime. Maybe you feel you have really good energy in the daytime. You're positive. You feel like you're able to hit milestones or celebrate. Something with your job looks very good and stable, but there may be some type of conflict. Oh gosh. All right. Well, it's like you're happy where you are. You're happy with the money that you make. You're happy with something, you know, your home, your stability. It's like, okay, I can afford my bills. I can do this at a third, but there's also some type of conflict. What's the challenge? There's some type of hidden agenda. Who is this to you? Somebody that you had to let go of. Let them kind of explore. This is someone younger. Okay, so you could have been supporting the plans of somebody that's younger than you. They felt like they knew what action to take. They felt like they had some type of idea, and they just needed you to either sign on the dotted line. They needed you just to join and, you know, agree to it, whatever the case may be. And you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'll do it. I'm just gonna kind of sit back and let you take the reins of it, let you enjoy it. And it seems like they were positive. It's like, okay, great, they have some type of success, they're hitting milestones, they feel like they have some type of harmony, they're getting married, or they have something going on with their family. Okay, good, everything seems like it's going in the right direction. But this person is also in some type of competition with someone else, to have them confused about who they are or how they were supposed to be moving on. Who are they trying to fight with? Again, this air sign is out here. They were trying to fight with somebody who's actually avoiding confrontation with them. This also could be an earth sign. What does this have to do with you? You were trying to support this person. What does this have to do with you? This person was trying to fight this other person. And maybe you didn't know this. Maybe you thought that they were trying to heal it because they were, you know, had some type of family together. Y'all are family, whatever the case may be. It's like you're a parent and you're finding out your child was, you know, trying to fight with the other child behind the scenes. And you were just supporting your first child, or you were just supporting some type of child because you thought that, you know, that everything was looking good on their end. Maybe you thought it was avoiding confrontation for you to just work with this person when you did and work with the other person when you did, or work with the other child when you did. This is messy, fire signs. It's like somebody's two-faced. Somebody would celebrate in front of you, and then they would go around the other person and celebrate in front of them. And it's like, I don't know. This person has like a courage. They don't know how to stand up for themselves. It's giving disgusting. And this may make you sad. Okay. Because I feel like we're not even finishing the sentence. We're not even finishing the conversation. So something may just get left off and or dropped off. Let's say for instance, like somebody's using something of yours, like, and it's not a problem. You're letting them use it. It's like, oh, I'm not using this right now. Yeah, you can use my microwave. I got an extra one. Or yeah, you can, you know, hell, you can borrow my car, or whatever the case may be. You're letting somebody use something of yours, and at the point that they find out that you were doing something either related to their kid, or you were Again, you could be the parent and they have a sibling, and you were doing something between both of them, or acting a certain type of way because you had a fear of change. You didn't really want to heal or talk about something. You were indecisive. They're going to drop off whatever it is that you gave them, or even if you gave them money, they're just going to drop it off and go about their business. They feel like this is a broken relationship. Oh, this is going to make me sad. I don't want to cry. Maybe this person don't want to. It's like, you know what? I am sad. I am grieving this, but I'm just going to keep working. I'm going to keep being balanced because they know that this is a part of their healing. They can also be thinking about their childhood, and it's like, you know what, I was always in my head as a child. I always felt like I had to do things alone. I really didn't have anybody to communicate with. I was supposed to be growing, but I feel like my mother was, heartbroken over someone else that wasn't growing, and they had some type of despair and darkness over them, so they were really cold and bitter from time to time, and emotional and moody. And so I had to kind of rejuvenate myself and find out my own gratitude, my own satisfaction, and I had a new beginning in love, and then that became abusive, and then I had to figure out, oh my goodness, somebody is reliving all the stuff that they've been through, but at the same time they come out really good. So this is you, and all of this stuff is coming up, and you just have to face all these emotions. Allow yourself to do so, because this is putting you in some type of leadership or authority type of energy, and it's been a burden. It's been a whole lot of shit that shook up for you, and you didn't know where it was going in or how you was going to get out of it, but you had to be slow and methodical to do it by yourself. You literally went through a change by yourself, and you were in your head all this time. All this time you was in your head by yourself. And you had to find out the long-term vision. And y'all about to make me emotional. You had to find a long-term vision to get out of any type of deception or trickery, because it was all around you. Literally, you were surrounded by fire signs, or you were surrounded by air signs, and all thing that they did was worked against you, or you feel like the only thing they was doing was while you was working was watching you trying to get something to work. Nobody was actually helping you practically. Allow these emotions to come up. You could be seeing 10-10. 10-10-10, that's that came out for earth signs. You could definitely be dealing with the earth sign, or you have a family or a friend that's an earth sign. This person's in your past. Woo, y'all not about to give me emotional today. Somebody's gonna be in their emotions soon. Okay, some shit's coming out, and it's like, you know what, damn, I really am alone. I think this is gonna solidify for somebody's like, I feel like it's always been fuck me, or you on the outskirts, but now it's like solidified, so they're about to move in that like. Okay, and this is you, fire signs, and you feel like somebody was like a fuck you, and now you got some type of proof or evidence that this is truly how they feel behind the scenes. You're gonna go quiet, you're gonna go to yourself, meditate, whatever the case may be, figure out what you feel is unstable, isolate that feeling, get out of it, and then you're gonna keep working. You are. And then you're gonna take your spot. Woo! I hate this. It's like, things were supposed to be, yeah, you hate it too. You're in your head. You're like, damn, things are supposed to be balanced. I thought, if I got out of some type of mentality, if I birthed some type of generational curse, things could end, my family could heal, things, but they just always pointed their finger at you. Ever since that you've healed, or ever since you've done something, it's like they've always been pointing at you. Or this is how the person feels about you. Yeah, and it's like, you know what? I'm not putting any more investments here at all. I'm just going to avert all of y'all. I'm just going to walk away. I literally have everything that I need to myself. If I have to juggle, whatever the case may be, I have this other person that, I have to give emotions to, or that I'm meeting, or that's financially stable, so they're going to take me over here. We're going to go get married. We're going to move on, or whatever the case may be. I have this creative idea that I started that's on the new beginning, and, at some point I had to recover, but, it is what it is. They feel like they have to abandon this relationship in order to renew themselves and make sure that they're calm and they're stable for their own child. Yeah, for their own relationship. It's like somebody's going from, well, this is the family I came from. They don't really embrace me the way I need, so I'm going to go build my own family elsewhere. Even if it's slow and methodical. I'm taking my offer, I'm taking my love elsewhere. This is either how you feel or how they feel. Or somebody in your family. Your child, your sibling, friend, a cousin, somebody, right? Confirmations. Broken trust. Absolutely. There's some broken trust between y'all. You could have a special needs child, or this person has a special needs child. Somebody is going to be highly wanted in or valued. Okay, make sure you're not fighting for attention. You're not fighting for validation. There's going to be some type of increase. Okay, somebody's in your energy, whether good or bad. They could be fighting for your validation. This could be a fire sign, so it could be you, or it's another fire sign. Okay, but again, there's no effort when it comes to this relationship. It's like as much as I have so much love for you, I just can't. Prayers for her. So if you've been praying about something and you've been praying hard, your prayers for her. You could be opening a business and or thinking about one. Okay, somebody sees you as a threat. This is your time to be spontaneous, or it's about to be. Okay, somebody wants you to have their baby or wants to have your baby. Their parent isn't any better. Whether this is your partner, a sibling, whatever the case may be, the parent isn't any better. So you going towards them or trying to get some type of info, let it go. It is what it is. Something about yesterday could be important. Relating to a form, a document. Maybe somebody got the form or document yesterday. What's going on with yesterday for fire signs? Yep, somebody wasn't paying attention to details yesterday when they sent some type of message, or when they was creating something or trying to make something look a certain type of way. Somebody did it yesterday, and they were trying to be I was going to say mischievous. They were trying to be manipulative and have caused somebody else to juggle. It's not gonna work, and now they spook because they feel like they're about to go through the thick of it, and they are. And it's like they're gonna have to really work because they shouldn't have been lying, or they should have paid attention to details if they was gonna lie. What does this have to do with you? What does the situation have to do with fire signs? You're no longer invested in this person. You're like, you know what? Their fight is their fight. They're going to have to take the time to do whatever it is they have to do because they keep doing things unplanned, or they keep doing things and it's not going the way it should. You letting it go. So it's like if somebody coming to tell you about some type of communication and or something that they got going on. It's like, oh, here's another court paper, another court document, another one. You figure it out. You letting somebody else figure it out for themselves. All right, who are you involved with, fire signs? Let's see, who's the person that's feeling emotional? It feels like they're alone. When it comes to fire signs, who feels like they're alone and who's crying? This could be a Pisces, a Capricorn, someone with the initial I, Z as in zebra, an Aries, heavy on the Capricorn, a Pisces, a Sagittarius, a Scorpio, a Sagittarius, okay? That's the person that's crying and they're like, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do for me, okay? They may be returning something or just letting something go. All right, who is the person that wants to have your baby or wants you to have their baby? Who's the person that wants to have the baby or wants you to have their baby? This could be someone with the initial F as in Frank, M as in Mary, Z as in zebra, an Aries, or a Pisces. Okay, they want to get you pregnant or they want to be pregnant by you. Okay. Anybody else we need to talk about? Who's carrying some burden now because of lies? Who lied? This could be a Pisces, someone with the initial O, a Gemini, a Virgo, a Cancer, someone with the initial I, heavy on the initial O, or a Libra. Okay? Gemini, Leo, Pisces, Libra, Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, the initial I, O, O.